Hey, this is Jim at Broadfield. Thanks for joining us for another Broadfield Liquid Lunch and Learn every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I am being joined in studio today by Steve Hitchcock from Glyph. Hey, Steve, how are you?
Doing well, Jim. Thanks for having us.
Oh, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. We've got some great beers for the pre-show today. You know, it's interesting. Our dealers love seeing what we're drinking. We have some really nice IPAs in the fridge. So I grabbed a Tripping Dog IPA for Steve, and I have a Distill Brewing Company, Strangest of Hazes, nice hazy IPAs. How's it taste?
Let me take. Oh. Like good old IPA.
I love it.
Back in the Northwest.
Yeah, all right. That's good stuff right there. Steve, where are you based out of?
Oh, as I indicated, I used to live in the Northwest up in Portland, Oregon, but I recently relocated to the other hipster city of the country, Austin, Texas.
Nice. Nice. That's right. You love it there?
I do love it there. You know, it's great to see the sun finally again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we did have Steve join us here in New York to talk about the latest and greatest from Glyph Production Technologies. We are going to walk through the product lineup today, introduce Glyph to our dealers who may not be familiar with it, but also reinforce some of the competitive messaging, where your products fit in against some of the other solutions available on the marketplace, what some of the unique benefits are, the competitive advantages. And as we walk through the product line, let's kind of point out where those unique benefits and opportunities would be.
I sure will, Jim.
You game?
I'm game.
Let's get going.
Let's do this. So first of all, you know, one of the things I want to indicate and talk about is, you know, Glyph and the history of where we come from. We're headquartered in New York City. And while some of you may not be familiar with us, no, we've been around for 31 plus years. We're coming up on our 32nd anniversary, actually. And what's great about Glyph is that we are completely designed, assembled, and tested here in the U.S. And a great thing about that is that means that everything we sell, except for one Thunderbolt 3 dock, is TAA compliant. So everything that we do go over today, know that it is TAA compliant.
Steve, can I interrupt you there for 1 minute? Because that's not something I want to gloss up with.
Yeah.
It is something that a lot of our dealers have been asking about. To the point where Broadfield, we actually created a filter on our website at broadfield.com where you can filter down the products that are TAA compliant.
Yeah.
So even on the Glyph brand page, by the end of the week, that'll all be updated. So when you talk about every drive being TAA compliant, except for one, all I have to do is click that check mark, and I will see all those drives except for that one, and know that our dealers can quote all of their government users peacefully without worrying about whether they're going to get the right product out there.
Yeah. You can rest easy knowing that, like I said, everything from Glyph, except for our Thunderbolt 3 dock, is TAA compliant. And when you get those government opportunities, you know, think Glyph first, because I know that there's a lot of demand out there for TAA drive.
Absolutely. And then your last bullet here was talking about the Glyph warranty. Yeah,
and before I even get into the Glyph warranty, I want to also let you know that, you know, while we are headquartered in New York, all of our support is also local here.
Oh, that's great.
Customers or you have a need, they're going to have somebody here local in the U.S. to talk to. Now, Glyph, in the 31 years that we've been around, has been really known for always making professional grade solutions for professionals in the creative industry. But one of the things that we've also been famous for is our comprehensive warranty, and we call it the 3-2-1 warranty. What that is you get 3 full years of hardware coverage warranty, okay, on our solutions. You get 2 years of level 1 data recovery. Now, that's all done in-house by us, and actually our level 1 is a little bit more than level 1. I'd say it's more of almost a level 2, but we advertise it as a level 1. We will definitely do everything we can to help protect your data if it needs to be saved or rescued. And then we also get, as part of that 3-2-1 warranty, 1 year of advanced replacement. What that means is you call us up, we try to test over the phone quickly with you to ensure if the drive can mount or not. If it cannot mount, we simply apologize, and we will overnight you a drive right away, and your customer can send us back the broken unit. Okay?
That's great. You got to keep on working, right?
Yeah. We want to keep working. We want to keep those production people that you're selling to happy and moving forward. Okay. Now, I indicated we've been around for 31 years. Maybe some of you aren't familiar with us. So I want to give you a quick history about Glyph. We started off as the professional audio storage solution. When I say the, I mean literally the number one. You can talk to many audio professionals from back in the 90s, and they will tell you they only trusted Glyph in this space. Now, our creative energy that we came about in that space, naturally led us into starting to create solutions for photographers and for videographers and VFX and VR professionals. And we are an innovative company, and we were the first one to come out with what we called our Atom portable SSD. And that was actually, at the time, the fastest, most portable solution you could find. And videographers may remember it. It's definitely when we came on their radar. And we evolved that into what is the Atom into the Atom RAID portable SSD solution. What's great is with both of these products, we really got our foot in with videographers and photographers, and it evolved us into creating what we call our Atom EV, and that's what we're out now selling today. This is a fantastic compact solution, and it's going to run at 1,000 megs a second, okay? Now, what you need to know is that Glyph is different from other brands out there. We advertise top speed, but we also want to stress that our top speeds are sustained speeds. A lot of the speeds you might see from some other brands out there aren't talking sustained, they're only talking top speed, okay? Now, because of that, and because we push those sustained speeds, some of the biggest logos on the planet have decided to start using our products, all right? Anybody from Netflix to Hulu to HBO. And we've been adopted by them for, half a decade or more now in main use by their organizations.
And Steve, what I want to point out there too is, there's always an opportunity in the media and entertainment space. We're seeing a lot of these drives being incorporated and asked for in the system integration space as well. It is the type of thing that if you're doing content creation, you want to make sure that data is protected. The drive is portable enough that you can shuffle it from one location to the next, that you can get that footage to the right person who needs to have access to it.
Correct.
So it's not just media and entertainment anymore. So while it's great to have all those relationships with all of those people, everybody needs to serve.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of opportunities, and that's where we're really looking to expand and grow the marketplace up in the next year.
Yeah, most definitely. As I was saying, not all drives are created equal. And very interestingly enough, we had a creative firm that was such a big fan of our solutions. They actually created a video and sent it to us. And I want to air it for you now so you guys can see what these creative professionals think about Glyph solution.
Some people think that all SSDs were created equal, and they are absolutely not. We've got 7 of the most popular SSDs on the market here, 4 USB-C, 3 Thunderbolt 3. We've got a terabyte of drone footage. We're going to copy to each of these drives to see how they stack up. So the Thunderbolt 3 drives were faster than the USB-C drives on a whole, and that's to be expected. From the USB-C drives, the Glyph Atom EV was the fastest, and from the Thunderbolt 3 drives, the Glyph Atom Pro was the fastest. In production, every minute matters, and so from now on, Glyph SSDs are the only thing we're going to be using.
All right, so see, that's just one example of a creative professional organization that is using our solutions and why. And it's very, very valid. Not all drives are created equal. You definitely want to look at that sustained speed. Now, here's the Atom EV right here. Great little product. It's ruggedized. I want you to know that our 2 terabyte model of this solution today is camera ready for virtually any high-end camera that can record out to USB-C on it. So it's a great solution if you're looking for additional storage for your cameras that you just sold from Broadfield here.
Absolutely. And we do have these drives in stock and available in 4 different sizes, everywhere from 1 terabyte all the way up to 8 terabytes.
Yeah, 8 terabytes.
8 terabytes in that tiny form factor. That's unbelievable.
It's the future. It is the future.
Now, I personally think that one of the reasons we have it highlighted here is that 2 terabyte sweet spot is kind of the best price per value ratio. It's what we see a lot of content creators asking for. It's enough storage to handle one project to the next with plenty of overhead for them to get everything they need out of that.
Well, and what you should know too is, as I said earlier, it is camera ready. It is qualified with Blackmagic cameras, others on down the list. And unfortunately, at this time, the 4 and the 8, cameras don't accept quite. But we're working in that direction.
Exactly.
Now, the Atom EV evolved into, for those people who need even faster solutions out there that are working in VR or VFX, to the Atom Pro version 2. This is going to be your Thunderbolt 3 solution. It's going to push 2,800 megs per second. This is ideal for multi-stream 8K RAW and VR workflows, right? This is the fastest thing you can get your hands on out there. It's port powered. We have it up to 8 terabytes in capacity, which is huge in a small form factor, with a very aggressive pricing out there. And it's one of our #1 selling solutions.
I'm sure it is. And again, if we just, in comparison, look at the 2 terabyte here at $599 to get that additional speed, that additional throughput, it's not a huge price premium versus the Atom EV. So you can easily find the right solution for what you need for your production.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now, I don't want to stop there. We have another very cool SSD desktop solution for you to utilize, and that is our Black Box Plus U.2 drive, okay? Now, at Glyph, I told you, we go out there, we test SSD. We're not married to a specific type of SSD that we have to have involved in our solutions. We always want to use the most robust, the most endurance, the highest performing solutions you can get your hands on out there. And this is a great example of it here. This is a U.2 solution. Not everybody knows what U.2 is, but that is an enterprise class solution that you're going to find in servers out there. And what makes U.2 so special is that it's over provisioned to have the highest level of endurance. It's going to maintain and sustain that speeds at 1,000 megs per second out there, right? And it is in a portable form factor, but it does require port powered, but that's because it is an enterprise SSD solution out there. But we're very competitively priced and a fantastic product for anybody out there that's trying to do desktop.
Absolutely. And like the EV solutions, it's ruggedized. You can take it anywhere. You can drop it, whatever happens in the course of using these drives as you travel from one shot to the next.
Yeah.
They're up for the task for sure.
For sure. Whoopsie. So I kind of want to pivot for a second and talk to you about some other solutions that Glyph is known for. Now, everybody's talking about cybersecurity. I mean, I think there was something CrowdStrike the other day people might have heard about, right? Yeah. And here's an example. All of these articles that are calling out on here, look at them, they're from the last week.
Crazy.
And that's just a snippet of time. So cybersecurity and encryption with your data is more important than ever. And it expands beyond just the media and entertainment space that's trying to protect Spider-Man 9, but it also goes into consumer space, government space, military space, and just enterprise executive space. So we have our Glyph Secure Drive Plus, okay? And we have 2 different models of it, one with the keypad and one with that's only Bluetooth that utilizes your iPhone or Android phone as the keypad, okay? Now, you can see here it ranges in capacities from 1 to 5 terabytes in the HDD to 1.8 terabytes in the SSD space on both models, whether it's keypad or the Bluetooth model. And, you know, we have a great MSRP price on here that we're advertising here. And I know some of you might have heard of some of these other brands that are there, right? What I want you all to know as resellers, when you find those opportunities out there, our solutions have nearly identical feature specs and or more feature specs, and our HDDs come in $100 or hundreds of dollars less per drive, and our SSD solutions at that 8 terabyte come in $1,000+ under the competitors out there. So nearly identical solutions with more features at a much better price for your customers out.
That's great. I promised at the top of the show that we were going to talk about where you fit in the competitive marketplace. And in looking at the secure drive solutions, the biggest competitive advantage is the pricing. And the pricing compared to the other solutions and name brands that your customers may be familiar with is incredible when you start introducing them to the Glyph secure drives.
Yeah. And not only is it the pricing, but ours are also coming with that ruggedized rubber bumper on there, with the other ones that have it just providing a little bit more protection for your customers out there. So to dive into some of the specs and features of these secure drives we have, you can see the speeds here. You can see that they're USB-C and compatible with Thunderbolt 3, right? They all do come with a cool little case in here, and inside the case comes with all of your cables and a place for you to store it as well, making it just a little bit more extra ruggedized as well.
It's a great place I could keep my password then too.
Yes, just keep it right in there. Just tape it to the inside.
Yeah.
But just know that these have, they're FIPS compliant. They have all the encryption requirements that are required by the government out there. It's got a remote wipe if you put in the wrong password too many times. It's got all the features people are looking for in these sorts of solutions. Okay.
Sure.
And if you look at our Bluetooth solution, it's got something that not everybody has out there to offer. And this is where some of our features go beyond what the other people have. The Bluetooth solution literally uses your Android or your iPhone's Face ID, Touch ID as the way to unencrypt this. I mean, that's amazing, a cool solution in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Again, it's FIPS compliant, it's military grade. And then what you should also know about our Bluetooth solution is that it has an ability, because of that built-in Bluetooth, to actually be remote managed. So if it were to get plugged in, aka into a computer where it gains that power, that Bluetooth is going to connect to other Bluetooth networks, phone back to the network, and then that allows the admin to come in and wipe that drive because they know it's lost, right? Or unlock it for the person who forgot the password, or et cetera. And it's a great part of our secure drive solution that very few have to offer out there, on top of our ruggedized and better pricing.
And one of the things that I'll say with the remote management tool for our resellers is that these are really the perfect solutions to deploy to a batch of users, where you can have one central management, have the remote management access to all the drives. Mm-hmm. That's going to create a sales opportunity for multiple units, multiple opportunities. There might be 20 drives on a single order. Mm-hmm. When those opportunities come available, please call your Broadfield sales rep at 800-634-5178. We're going to work very closely with Steve and Laurent and everyone at Glyph to make sure we do everything we can to win that business.
And I'm going to bring it full circle right before we end this. They're TAA compliant.
There we go. Beautiful. And all you have to do is click a button on Broadfield.com and see it for yourself. We do have that filter added to the website. If you have any questions about which Glyph solution is right for your customer's workflow, what opportunities you have to bring it to, call your Broadfield sales rep. We'll work with you. We'll make sure you have all the updated price sheets, catalog, sales information, you name it. We have that all available. These products are in stock both here in New York and Broadfield West out in California. We talked about the huge opportunities in the media and entertainment business. Mm-hmm. We talked about opportunities for SIs and bars, and we want to make sure that we have these drives available on both coasts to get to you and your customers very quickly. Steve, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us today. Really appreciate it.
Looking forward to selling a lot of Glyph products. If you need more information, reach out to your Broadfield sales team today and tune in every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Until next week, cheers.
Broadfield Distributing is a value-added distributor of live production, streaming, video editing, and storage products. We only sell to resellers. We are always looking for new dealers. So call us at 1-800-634-5178 or email sales@broadfield.com. You'll like doing business with Broadfield because we make it easy to do business.